Okay, let's have a little run through of the practice minor. So here for the first ones, we have to fully factor. So I can see that the greatest common divisor of these two is going to be 3x. So I'm going to take out 3x. If I take out 3x from the first one, I'm left with x. If I take out 3x from the second one, I need to divide 24 by 3, which is 8. So that's going to be plus 8. Here for the second one, I look at the number at the end, the 25. This could be 1 and 25 or 5 and 5. 5 and 5 add together to give 10, but because that's a negative, you can see it's going to be x minus 5, x minus 5. But this is a repeated factor, so I have to simplify it like this. So here I'm given a graph. I need to write the function in factor form. So I'm probably going to start off by looking at the two zeros. The zeros here are minus 2 and 4. So that's going to give me something that's going to look like x minus 4, x plus 2. But the curve's been reflected. It's been reflected so that I need to have a minus sign in front of it, but I could also have an a value. But if I inspect here at the vertex, I see from the vertex we go 1 across, 1 down, which is the same as the quadratic parent function when it goes from 0, 0 to 1, 1. So I can see the a value is simply minus 1. So that gives me f of x is equal to minus x. So make sure you write your answer here as a function. If you don't include the f of x, which is clearly asked for in the question, you're going to lose a point. Okay, this third equation. Notice that this equation, what I see in this equation is it doesn't have an x term. So if it doesn't have an x term, one of the easiest ways to solve it is to use square roots. So I'm going to rearrange and aim for the form x squared equals a. I'm going to aim for this form. So let's start rearranging. We get 2x squared is equal to 18. And then I can divide by 2. X squared is equal to 9. I get x is equal to plus minus 3. So x is equal to minus 3. X is equal to 3. Okay. Here in this first equation, I can see that I have an x term and x squared. It's a trinomial, so I'm going to have to use factorization. I'm going to look for the factors of 20, 1 comma 20, 2 comma 10, 4 by 5. So it's one of these. Now I see that it's negative 20, which means that one of the signs is positive, one of the signs is negative. I see that this number is plus 1, so the bigger of the two has to be positive. So that's going to be minus 4, minus 1, or minus 2. Minus 4 plus 5 is clearly the one that's going to be plus 1. So it's x plus 5, x minus 4 is equal to 0. This implies that x is equal to minus 5 or x is equal to 4. Now this next one looks quite complicated, but it's already given in factor form. So I can go straight to the zero product theorem and pull off the two roots. So either x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 11 is equal to 0. This one gives me x is equal to minus 3. This gives me 2x equals 11, and x is equal to 11 over 2. Okay, here's a trinomial, so I'm going to rearrange it to make sure that the x squared term is positive, and we get 2x squared. Sorry, undo. 2x squared minus. All over the place. Here's the eraser. 2x squared minus 4x minus 30 equals 0. Now, x squared term is not 1x squared, it's 2x squared. So I can divide through by 2 here. Give me x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Then I can factorize it. I've got 1 and 15. I've got 1 times 15, or I've got 3 times 5. Now, this other term, minus 2x, is negative, so the bigger one has to be negative. So it's going to be minus 15 or minus 5. Minus 5 plus 3 is going to be minus 2. So we give x plus 3, x minus 5 is equal to 0. So the solutions are x is equal to minus 3 or x is equal to 5. Okay, the last one. So this one I can use the technique of taking square roots on both sides first. If I take a square root on both sides, I'm going to get 2x plus 3 is equal to plus minus x minus 1. This gives me two equations. Either 2x plus 3 is equal to x minus 1, or 2x plus 3 is equal to minus x plus 1. Rearranging, if I take the x's across, I'm going to get an x here on this side. If I take the 3 by subtracting 3, I'm going to get minus 4. On this one, if I take the x across, I get 3x this time. And if I take the plus 3 across, I'm going to get minus 2. If I divide through now by 3, I'm going to get x is equal to minus 2 divided by 3.